Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
We're also on Instagram at TWiN, and you can also find us on X. Like we suspected, Meghan's lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, is not doing very well. Now, we knew this wasn't going to do very well. We knew this was a dud when she started sending out lemon baskets or whatever they were. I don't know, with dented lemons and no
lemon rat baskets.
Stephanie and I have seen enough of these soft launches before where if you get sent something, like if Kim Kardashian sends you a pair of Skims, or let me give you something recent, Serena Williams sends you one of her TWiN cosmetics.
Yeah.
You better be putting that up on your Instagram stories. Period. That's just like an unspoken rule in Hollywood.
Spoken rule.
Yes. Okay. So nobody did it. We only got like maybe not even 10.
Not even 10.
Yeah. So
there were 50.
There were 50 jars.
50.
Okay. So I'm starting to think maybe they're just not that good at it. They're going, she can't find a CEO. She can't do this. She can't do that. I'm just thinking maybe she's just stupid.
Yeah.
Because this is what was in the Daily Mail yesterday. Meghan Markle's lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, suffers another major blow ahead of product launch. Meghan Markle's latest trademark application was denied last week, Daily Mail can reveal, in a new major blow to her embattled RO home goods brand. The Duchess of Sussex's attempt to trademark her small batch jams and other household goods has landed her in another sticky situation with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office after previous bungles and failures to secure rights over her podcast brand, Archwell, last year. This is what I'm talking about.
What does that mean?
Like,
though?
I read about this stuff, and it's not that hard to fill out an application.
So talk to me like I'm 4. Though.
Okay, so like, let's say you want to patent something, or like, let's say like when we were writing Where's Topper?
Yes.
And musical. We were trying to secure the rights to the movie, and we were trying to find out like who owns the rights to the idea of Topper and all this stuff. And we had to go through all these things. You just fill it out. Now, this was like a million years ago before it was during the internet, but we didn't really use the internet a lot. But now Meghan, all she has to do is fill out this form and they give you the instructions how to do it. It can't be that hard.
So maybe it's just she doesn't like work.
I'm baffled by this. I'm totally baffled by it because
could you imagine Meghan at the DMV?
I was asking Dad about it.
Poor
I mean,
girl.
my poor dad is on a holiday right now, and I'm talking his ear off on the phone yesterday going, Dad, when you were trying to get the name picture perfect, he's like, yeah, you go through this and that, and like, this is how you do it. I don't understand how she's either this stupid or I'm just baffled by this. I'm sorry, guys.
She wants to look stupid. I always said,
is that her brand?
I always said when she attached herself to Ari Emanuel, who is Kris Jenner Kardashians, I always said that there's no money in what she's doing because she wanted to be that good girl. She wanted to be that humanitarian. There's no money in that because no one buys her crap.
Yeah.
There's money now in her looking stupid. So maybe she's trying to look stupid.
I mean,
like Kim Kardashian.
I think you're onto something because that does make sense. It does make sense because
follow the money.
Okay, let's keep going. On August 31st, the Patent Office denied her application, saying that businesses are not allowed to trademark geographic locations, including the nickname of a coastline around the Sussex's Santa Barbara, California home, the American Riviera. I gotta give it to California for this one because that actually would have pissed me off because it's like Meghan moving to Portland and then trying to trademark the Rose City. That would bother me.
Oh,
and
I would hate
Santa
that.
Barbara is known as the American Riviera. Good on you, whoever said no to that.
Thanks, Gavin.
Yeah.
Is that Gavin? Thank you, Gavin.
I don't think it's Gavin. It says the U.S. Patent Office.
You know what I mean,
So,
though.
but, he actually did one thing right.
One thing right.
But notice how he does it in Santa Barbara, and he lives in Northern California. So he doesn't want to like ruin, his backyard. Because honestly, having her patent American Riviera would cheapen Santa Barbara. It would
Of
cheapen the
course.
coastline. It would cheapen everything.
It would bring down property value.
Yeah.
There's lots of money in those houses.
The refusal also included a slew of problems with her filing, included her apparent failure to sign the correct documents. Okay, how do you forget? How do you not have a lawyer with you or somebody to tell you to sign here, sign here, sign here? I mean, we did this whole article yesterday in that dumb Us magazine calling her.
Hey, don't mess with Us magazine, man.
No, but calling her an entrepreneur? How is that being an entrepreneur? You can't even, you don't know where to sign a piece of paper?
She's not a businesswoman.
The U.S. Patent Office admonished the Duchess for giving vague descriptions of her products that could fit into multiple trademark categories. The office said her brand's proposed cocktail napkins could be paper or textile, 2 different categories, and her cooking utensils could be manual or electric. There you go. See, this is the answer right here. And we're not reading what Daily Mail's writing. We're reading what the U.S. Patent Office is saying. She has no clue what this brand is that she's putting out. No. She has not put work into it.
Right.
She has not put any thought into it.
Yeah.
This is not personal like Us magazine said.
No.
This is not, oh, it's going to be just like Meghan. It's going to be just like her.
Yeah, it's so fake and phony. I mean, down to not even being at her house. She's like, I'm going to garden, but not in my home. Yeah, someone else's house. But it's just fake.
But how do you not have a clear presentation of what the brand is going to be when you sign it over to the patent office?
Because too many people on her staff are quitting before they can actually give her good advice.
It must just be a nightmare. And this is speculation. This is allegedly, but it must be a nightmare to work with her.
them.
I mean, it just...
Because he probably throws little baby fits.
The refusal even included a screenshot of another Santa Barbara business's product already using the term American Riviera. The screenshot showed that the site, SantaBarbaraCoastalCandles.com, sells an American Riviera candle for $34.95. Registration is refused because the applied for mark is primarily geographically descriptive. The office said in its Saturday filing, commonly used nicknames for geographic locations are genuinely treated as equivalent to the proper geographic name of the place identified. So what I'm thinking right now is they're cool with American Riviera. Okay, you can say, if you own a candle shop, you can say 1 cent is American Riviera. If you own a perfume shop in Santa Barbara, you can say 1 is American. That's fine. We don't care. But what she's trying to trademark is American Riviera Orchard. And for some reason, I don't know who the powers that be, but they are not cool with that at all. And I can understand that. American Riviera is a common nickname for Santa Barbara, California. The decision could throw a wrench in the works for the launch of Markle's embattled brand, which was reportedly scheduled to go live by the end of the year. According to her trademark filings, Meghan, 43, plans to sell tableware, drinkware. Yeah, we've heard all that. Okay, blah, blah. So her brand may not even be called American Riviera Orchard anymore. She might have to change it completely.
Remember when Kim Kardashian wanted Skims to be called Kimono?
Yes.
Do you remember that? All that backlash, and they were like, "Listen, man, that's a culture. You can't do that." And she was like, "Well, what do we do?"
Explain it to people.
What happened was before Skims, and
Skims is a shapewear.
It's a shapewear thing that she
stole the idea.
Kimono is my shapewear brand. It's been at least a decade in the making. I love shapewear. I've been making my own for so long and literally getting fabrics and making my own with a seamstress.
She only owns, I think, 4% of Skims.
Okay, has anyone ever bought Spanx in the last 20, 30 years?
But everyone does shapewear.
But what I'm saying is shapewear was Spanx originally, and then Kim wanted to do her own shapewear.
Right, so she did shapewear. She latched on to this Emma girl who started the company. And she, of course, Kim had to be behind it because she's the face of this.
Yeah,
that's how we're going to sell this. So they wanted to call it kimono. Now, the Japanese culture was not happy about that.
Yeah. She had apologized.
She had to apologize, but this was after her actually thinking, well, maybe I can get away with it.
Ever think that, hey, I want to do something that would be disrespectful?
It's a tough world, even when you're not trying to hurt anybody.
Well, they're saying that I'm cultural appropriating. I posted a photo, this like gorgeous photo that Vanessa Beecroft shot, and it was our full kimono campaign. And then I noticed that there was a lot of talk about cultural appropriation with the name kimono. My intention was never to offend anybody. We brought the name to retailers. There was a lot of people that could have chimed in and said that they felt like this was not an appropriate brand name, and nobody did.
She really did try.
She tried,
Yeah,
but
I
it
gotta give
didn't
her
happen.
credit.
And then she went to Skims.
Maybe
which-
they're trying to recycle a storyline from the Kardashians where you have to
That's-
like change it
They've
up.
done it before, man.
I could see her going, wait a second, this brand bombed so bad during the soft launch. Nobody
Exactly.
wanted to show it. We better change the name fast.
I think you're onto something.
I'm thinking, well, yeah, but then why would they still have?
Because it's publicity right now. We're reading it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's publicity, just
I
like
get-
kimono.
She's messing with my head,
but
man.
it was just like kimono.
It is like kimono. Her trademark application already suffered an embarrassing setback when the U.S. Patent Office said that she failed to pay $11,382 American in international registration fees and other irregularities that needed to be corrected. $11,000, she can't find $12,000. She wears that much when she goes to Colombia in one day.
I'm convinced though she's selling those clothes now, like Chloe.
Or she's just
Like in
merching
some,
them.
well, that or selling them.
Yeah.
Selling them. But yeah, I mean, $11,000 is I thought she was a millionaire married to a prince.
The U.S. Patent Office decision is not final, and Markle's lawyer can still appeal and revise their application to try to get at least some of her products approved. No, some is not enough. You got to either go all in. You got to
Yes.
do it all in.
God, this is reminiscent of that
It
episode.
really is. A source close to the Sussexes told Daily Mail that some back and forth with U.S. Patent Office is routine and expected when filing for trademarks. And they believe Meghan will be filing response with the office soon. This is the second time her trademark applications have been shot down. Meghan, move on. This is a dud. Trust me, you're only going to keep losing money on this one. You got to just clean slate, start another grift.
Man,
okay?
I would do something in Culver City. I would say Culver City jam, Culver City
Yeah.
linens, Culver City candles. That's a nice one.
I
I mean, why? You'd make millions off that. You're not going to make millions off this. Nobody cares about your stupid brand.
The people that can afford anything with the word American Riviera in it are not going to buy anything from you. They're just not. And
gonna
you're
happen.
not a trust. We've said this before, and they kind of touched upon it in the Us magazine. I kind of feel that Meghan's starting to listen to us, but we're not trying to be ageist. But you cannot start a trusted brand at 43 years old because you have to trust them. Even the Kardashians started doing this crap when they were in their 20s.
Yeah.
You can't just up and say, trust me, watch my show. This is how I got. Nobody cares.
Nobody
cares.
No one believes you.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't remember Archetype. She was trying to sell us all those stories about Korean spas.
Yeah.
I don't believe any of that stuff. You're just
Yeah.
lying.
And the proof's in the pudding. Nobody listened
No
to
one listened
it.
to it after the lies kept just filling up. It was like too much. I
Yeah.
mean, it's entertainment at first, but then you just get like that cringe factor.
Oh, but please, Netflix, please, please do not scrap the cooking show. Please, please, please play it. We have to watch it.
We'll watch it so you don't have to. How
Yeah.
about that?
Oh my God.
These poor people.
I want to see it. In August 2023, the Duchess abandoned a bid to get her podcast Archwell trademarked after the United States Patent Office found a self-help blog by the same name had already made a successful application.
That doesn't shock me that she already plagiarized. She plagiarized someone's self-help blog.
The Sussexes have also reportedly struggled to find a CEO for Meghan's new home goods and lifestyle venture, though sources close to the Duchess have insisted she is happy running the business herself. She's not very good at it. And she is also having to deal with a constant revolving door with her staff. One reported insider told Closer magazine that Prince Harry and his wife were the toughest of taskmasters with high staff turnover. The numbers don't lie, and to have almost 20 members of staff quitting on them tells its own story. The source told Closer, it's unprecedented, even a startup. The brutal reality is Harry and Meghan are the toughest of taskmasters. They're very demanding and difficult to work for, and that puts a lot of people's backs up.
I don't like the word because I consider myself a taskmaster. I consider my mom and my dad Like, I don't like that word. They're trying to make it like, oh, they're just so driven. Meghan, I think, is difficult to work with. I think she's a bully, and that's why people keep quitting.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't like, we're trying to
first of
pepper
all,
down that word.
It's weird because why does she need a CEO? Why would she be her own CEO?
Because, and what else is interesting about this article is that she was just in the Hamptons at that summit where she was learning things. Remember, guys?
Yeah,
Remember,
was humble.
She was humble and learning, and she was getting all the advice from these other powerful women CEOs, entrepreneur. What happened to that? How about the Big Brother girl come in and CEO her? Have her do it. This is crazy. It just keeps getting juicier and juicier.
It is her chapter of joy. And we're totally here for it, Meghan.
Joy.
Today's animal rescue is Pitties Love Peace. We love these guys. They are a safe haven for pit bull and all sorts of pit bull mixed breed dogs, just like Frenchies and bulldogs. They are mostly in Pennsylvania, and they rely heavily on fosters. They also help with veterinary care, food, bedding, rehabilitation, training. But what I really love about them is they also take in special needs dogs. Yes, please. Let's help those special needs dogs. They still deserve to have a wonderful life on this earth. Pitties for Peace. I will put their link in the description below. Please show them some love. Share them with friends and family. Tell them Nancy and Stephanie said they're awesome. Pitties for Peace.
All right, guys. Well, who knows? Maybe another article will come out in an hour. Who knows? Yeah. We don't know. But we will see you guys soon. We love you so much. Bye.
Bye, guys.